Which is still my finest AA memory. There's just Rob's face as Hollyoaking is being described to him. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Old Oil House is proud to present to you, once again, the lock-in, because we're not the tag team champions of the world in any way, shape or form.
Speak for yourself.
Alright then, you are the tag team champions of the world. Rob, you are now the Intercontinental Champion.
And then Hulk Hogan, we're coming for your neck! Oh, not got a Booker T.
Booker T, verb. Do inadvertently call a white person by the wrong colour.
I love that clip. The fact that he put some effort into it as well.
Oh, he really does.
And then you just see the... Oh, God!
What I'd like to have seen is the camera in the office when they're recording it, and just the sight of just one man just slumping in his chair. Ah, shit. Is this still live? Yep. Ah, shit.
you do see Booker T's eyes go wide, don't they? And the hand comes
It's
up.
the fact that he instantly turns around, it's just like, yeah, you fucked up. It'll be like that bit, man. Come on, it'll just be like... There'll just be like somebody in the back just going, what?!
I wonder if they actually got loads of complaints over that.
I have no idea.
You know what, in all honesty, I'm just going to say, do you think your average wrestling fan at that time would have been bothered by that word?
Not in the slightest.
Well, lady, I'm going to introduce you now using the power of cards against humanity. We'll start over here, and we will ask Rob. According to Cards Against Humanity, your question is, what did the US airdrop to the children of Afghanistan? Your answer is a micro-penis. It's Rob. Say hello, Rob.
I don't want to after that.
And next to him is Stu. And Stu, oh dear God.
Go on, just say it.
Stu's question is, how am I maintaining my relationship status? And according to Cards Against Humanity, Stu is maintaining his relationship status with drinking alone.
Yeah, it helps.
I picked up two there, the other one was smegma. And as always, I am Gruffy, your host, and my question is, when Pharaoh remained unmoved, Moses called down a plague of... getting naked and watching Nickelodeon. I think throughout this episode, we might just quickly keep throwing ourselves into Cards Against Humanity.
Just because you mentioned Nickelodeon, can I raise a point?
Go ahead.
I don't know if people have watched that episode Just Gone Off the Rails.
I am way behind, I'm afraid.
But I'm not going to spoil anything, I'm just going to say the following. Well, what, season 2 or season 1, nearly 20 episodes in? Mm-hmm. Finally we get the Shell Raiser.
Oh, that's taking its time.
That thing's been in the opening sequence day 1.
Mm-hmm.
And finally we got the Shell Raiser. That's pretty kick-ass.
Was it worth the wait?
To an extent. I like it. I still want the Lego one.
Yeah, you're not the only one there. Well then, before we jump on to getting things going and starting questions, that's what I'm going to say. Rob, pick one each, and then tell me something you want to talk about.
I drink to forget.
What do you drink to forget, Rob? What do you drink to forget?
Oh, this is so hard.
No, please, continue.
Oh, in so many wrong ways. Getting so angry that you poop a boner.
Sorry, getting so angry that I pooped a boner?
Is it not Pop a Boner?
I'm more interested in how you would poop a boner.
Oh, it'd have to be in there to start with. Well, you know, you're there, you've been Hollyoaked the night before. You got quite tense.
Thanks, Turtle.
Snip and keep.
Oh, that's how tired I am, I can't even read.
I'm going to use, what do you call it here, a thing from a certain film. In this case, you're pooping a donut because you keep what you kill.
Anyway.
So, tell me something you want to talk about, Rob. Bring me a topic. Some item of conversation that you enjoy.
I want some fresh, hot topic.
No hot topic.
Not hot topic. I want a fresh, warm topic. Straight from the veritable frying pan of news.
I want something...
I want it right in my face, so I get third-degree news burns.
Smother my face in hot Rob topic.
Okay, that's maybe going to do that. I'll leave you still alone for a bit.
Something fresh from the oven of Rob.
Surprise. I'm doing my London experiment again.
Yes you are.
I started that.
Wow, that's almost been like a year ago.
Yeah, 2 years, actually.
2 years.
Is it 2? Wow.
Really? Really? In 2011.
I'm just really terrified because I was convinced it was last year. Oh my god.
I've already put up a video.
Yeah.
Explain things. I've already put up the first few images on Facebook. Already got a few people interested in a few of them.
And where would you find these images on Facebook? Oh, Rob.
Under Rob's Lenten Experiment.
G-pop.
Doing it for the Cancer Research UK because my brother died of cancer at the beginning of February, so this is all to get money for all those nice people who made him live a little bit longer. So
Yeah.
it's a worthwhile charity, and I really, really want to make some money for this. So I will be pimping it out something chronic. Going to ask a lot of other people to pimp it out as well. So if anyone would like to help by sharing statuses, all that sort of stuff, it'd be much appreciated. But what I do say in the video and what I will say now is, if you are going to help out by pimping stuff out and that, please do it with the intention of buying something when the auction comes. So the amount of people who helped me out last year just by encouraging me and liking things, well, last year, I say
2 years ago,
2011.
so you've also lost me.
I'm not the only one.
So many people helped me, and then when it came to buying, nobody was actually buying images. I sold maybe 11, 12 of the images. 2 of them went for around a tenner, and I made 45 quid for the charity out of 46 images, so that was pretty deflating. So I would really, really like to make a lot more money for the charity this year. I've already had a few people saying they want to buy the images, which is good, and a lot of people liking it and pimping it out. So
Are you putting it through eBay again? Or?
eBay again, yeah.
Okay.
It just makes it simpler all round.
Yeah, completely.
I can't remember if I mentioned this in the video, but the postage that you pay for the images, if the postage is sort of less than what you send, the remainder will be going to charity. It's not like I keep anything; it all goes to the charity.
Of course not.
So yeah, please help out with that. It'd be really, really appreciated.
Good man.
I must admit, I think I'm doing some pretty good work this time around.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of things I'm going to be diving onto.
Literally.
Yes. I'm actually going to dive through my screen onto the eBay listing and just sitting there going, BANG!
That could be quite worrying.
I just want the picture of me and Noel Family. I still have the picture of me riding a rabbit.
Yeah, that was one of the better ones I did that year.
No, that was my favourite.
But yeah, one of you and North Hammer, I'm quite proud of that one because that was the first one I actually did with a proper inking brush. It was quite cool.
Yeah.
So, people of the interwebs, if you want to deny Adam his happiness...
Yes. Yes, if you want to deny me my happiness, bid more than £3 because Feck knows I can't afford more than £3 at the moment. So. Well, should we move over to Mr. Stew then?
Yes.
Stew,
Hello.
read me a Cards Against Humanity question and answer, and then black one's question, white one's answer. And then give me a topic.
Okay. So, the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History has just opened an interactive exhibit on... Actually, that's kind of boring. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh.
That's completely feasible.
Yeah, that is feasible.
Yay, I broke Cards Against Humanity!
God damn it!
By coming up with something which may have actually happened, or could happen. Oh!
Well, you can just give me a goddamn topic if you so wish.
I'm going to go with the obvious here.
Mm-hmm.
Toyfare. Toyfare.
Go then.
Toyfare happened since we last chatted?
No, Toyfare has not happened since we last chatted.
Yes, it did. Or since we last did a show.
No, didn't.
It did. Decided
It hasn't.
Don't make me fight you.
In the arena?
No, on a video game, and then when the loser dies, you blow up.
Oh.
No, I knocked over the shelf of toys. You must kill me.
You can always just press the button. No one has dared press the button a second time.
I'm taking it slightly. I have never read that issue. I recently watched a certain comic reviewer's review of it at an event, and instantly went, I'm kind of ashamed of that. Because it's just like the entire time somebody just could have gone, oh, it's Megatron's button. Beep. Way! But no. And Prime's on a floppy disk.
You mean Emperor Megatron? from the series that's coming after Transformers Prime? No?
No!
Unlimited fusion power.
Because he's talked to them.
Who's them?
Them. They are the ones that knows.
Tell us, Rob. Who's them?
I'm gonna hide now.
But we want to know about them. We also want to know about Toyfare. Tell us about Toyfare.
Toyfare, yeah, Toyfare. I can't even say it probably because there's that much fun stuff there. I think a lot of people agree this is like one of the best years we've had for Transformers announcements.
Yes?
Because I'm just going to go straight for the jugular with this. And because he's got the picture there, I'm going to have to warble about it. 2 foot tall Metroplex!
He does look really nice.
Who the fuck saw this coming?
Oh, no, did not see it
And he's
coming.
2 foot tall, how could we have missed that?
That's gigantic.
It is the fact that he does have articulation from the looks of it as well.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You
triple
could
changer as well.
You could probably pose him in some really nice poses.
He's freaking... This is what got me. It's A, it's Metroplex.
Mm-hmm.
B, it's 2 foot tall. C, he's scaled so legends work with him like a city.
Yeah. That's
I might have to buy some legends. And the one that just blew... Well, there's 2 things that blow my mind.
Mm-hmm.
One is he has articulated eyes.
What?
Yeah, apparently he's got articulated eyes. Now, I don't know how that works going off them pictures. But I get the feeling that they might have done it so his light pipe articulates.
Nice.
I don't know how you'll do it. Like Tankor on Beast Machines.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you can see on that picture there's a little red thing in his chest. That sticker has Optimus Prime and a few other Autobots in it, as if they're inside.
I love that.
This is... I love how they are shamelessly promoting it on the box as biggest Transformer ever! Which I'm confused by, because I thought Max was 2.5.
No, this guy is bigger than 2. And
So how big was Max? Was he 1.5 foot tall?
he must have been 1.5.
I always thought he was 2.5.
Yeah.
Oh, I've always told people he was 2.5 foot. But
Yeah.
it looks good.
I have issues.
Go on then.
First up, the proportions of him do my head in.
Right.
I don't like the length of his legs compared to the length of his torso.
Mm-hmm.
It really stands out. I also really don't like his head.
Okay.
Not as much the
head's
stuff.
based on the... Well, most of it's based on the...
Oh, it's all
Cybertron,
Cybertron.
isn't it?
It's all Cybertron. Not the fact that the head is sculpted bad or anything, but because the head does this weird...
Looks like Shockwave.
Yes. I don't know if you've seen pictures of it, but the head does this weird thing for transformation. In the G1 toy, it dropped.
Yeah, it went right into the chest, didn't it?
In this, it moves forward.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a giant top of the head sticking out with the antennae. And you can just see his eyes looking into his chest. I am not a fan. Really not a fan
You
of
can
that.
kind of see it there, actually, now you mention it.
Oh, yeah, in the background there.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. I don't think this is bad, and seriously, if you want this, you
Hello.
have my blessings.
I really want to snap that up. Going off what their release date is, I'm asking the lovely Mrs. Slick Nicely for Christmas present.
Is that actually how it transforms, or is that like a mistransformation that you tend to get with these things?
All the photos they've seen, I think there's maybe a bit of a mistransformation.
Yeah.
Because there usually is. But because to me it seems like his upper body should drop.
Yes, because you got that weird bit.
Yeah.
That torso
It's like
section
it's
in the
more
middle.
flush, but...
Yeah.
You know, we've literally seen photos from a Toyfare.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think they were letting people pick him up and look at it.
It's
Yeah.
probably some poor guy who had 15 tables to set up in
Yeah.
like half an hour.
And this big chopping 2-foot fucker was the least of his concerns.
Yeah.
As I say, I don't think this is bad in the slightest. I think this is very good. I think this is a surprise. I also, and I hate to be the doomsayer, I also think it's a terrible idea.
Yeah? Go on.
Yeah. This thing won't sell.
I do have a horrible feeling it's not going to sell very well, because it's $125, I think they've been...
So that's 125
That's the roundabout area. They've said 125.
So it's going to sell at 125 quid.
Oh, yeah, got it.
Yeah, it's going to be dollars a
somebody,
quid.
somebody said that to me. They was like, oh, it's going to be 125 quid. I was like, oh, no, that's in dollars. It'll work out cheaper. I was like, yeah, you don't know how broke you count.
No, it will
They
be.
just change that symbol at the front.
Yeah, just take the dollar symbol off and just sticker it.
Mm-hmm.
Sticker a new name over the old name. Oh, sorry, hang on. But this is 125 quid, which is something I can't afford to spend. I cannot physically afford to spend 125
Oh, yeah, I've said this like it would be nice for Christmas, but I don't expect it.
No. And I think this thing's going to do a Unicron, is the best way I can put it. It's going to sit on a shelf. There'll be 4 of them sitting on a shelf until it gets moved into a discount store. Which is a shame. A massive shame.
I think it will sell
It's going to sell well.
near Christmas. It's going to be a good one for Christmas. Because
Oh, yeah.
parents will go, well, he wants a big Transformer.
Get him the biggest Transformer.
I think the fact that they're putting biggest Transformer ever on the front of it.
I think it'll sell with sort of die-hard collectors.
Mhm. Oh yeah, completely.
They're going to snap it up. And as you say,
But here's a question for you.
What?
How much is that going to cost to ship?
Shit.
Here's another question for you. If that doesn't get a US release, how much is it going to cost to ship? How much is the import tax going to be? That scales that right out. If this gets a US only release, doesn't come out over here, there's no way anyone over here is going to buy it.
Like even like Kapow trying to get them, they're still going to be paying. They're still going to be getting either from Hasbro US or from a middleman. And that's still going to raise it because it's the literal postage on it.
Yeah. 2-foot toy plastic figure.
In a box,
Yeah. You look at it. It's going to be about 30 quid shipping.
if not more.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, completely in the realms of realism. Yeah, it's something that I probably will never afford. You know, it's something that I will probably look at and go, oh, what do you want?
Yeah.
But honestly, I really like it and applaud, like with many of the things that we're going to talk about from here. Well done, Hasbro, for even attempting this
Completely.
because that's part of what shocked me.
Yeah.
Current economic climate, and they're going, yeah, let's do a fucking 2-foot tall robot.
Yeah, that's not the only thing we're doing. Shall we move along?
Go on, pick some of that
Because I think there's one thing here that we need to jump on, and that was kind of it.
Is it the person that sat next to him?
Yep.
I will be getting that one.
Rob, do you want to take this a little bit?
It's Springer and it looks awesome.
It also looks roachy.
Yeah,
It does.
It is
It does.
last stand with the frickin' wreckers.
His face is quite roachy. I mean, from all the pictures I've seen, he's quite a bit skinnier than the last Stand of the Wreckers version.
Mm-hmm.
But
But
look at
he
the
looks
designs
nice.
of it.
It is. It's almost like they've pulled him right out of the comic.
Yeah.
I was saying if he wasn't so skinny, I would have said that they just scanned in the comic and just built him from that because it's beautiful. It really is.
Next month we need to ask a certain person some questions.
To be honest, Becca turned around and said she was going to buy it and then try and get Nick Roche to sign it.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
And I said no, because that would mean it'd have to stay in the packaging.
No, he's got a big flop bit in his chest.
That motherfucker's getting played with.
Yeah, get 2. He's a triple changer. Get 3.
No,
4. 1 to
Okay,
sign, and then
one
1 in every.
no, that's going a little crazy.
But maybe because you're saying crazy. Yet again, Hasbro. Hey, let's do some triple changes.
Oh, crazy! You're crazy. How's about a Voyager Blitzwing?
Oh, I am so in love with that Blitzwing. Because that Blitzwing has multiple faces.
It does. It does.
It's got because the pictures from Toyfare are with the like large eye / monocle, and then the official promo pictures look more like the traditional Blitzwing face.
Nice.
Although I cannot for the life of me see how that changes.
It might be like a Rodimus thing, where the top of his head opens up
Maybe.
and then it flips over. But until we get some in-hand photos, somebody gets to play with.
Mm.
But either way, yeah, that'll
Blitzwing.
one of them.
It's very nice.
I would not have guessed there was going to be a Blitzwing. Would never have guessed.
Nah. Now, hang on, just because you've gone past there, go back one to the Metroplex box. Now, obviously they're saying this is scaled to legend, so it's pretty good idea that everybody who's crawling on Metroplex there will be released as a legend.
Yes.
What you don't see behind that dude's hand is Sandstone,
No.
which basically,
here,
from
yeah.
what we've seen of other pictures, is a repaint of Springer
Yes.
from the Voyager figure. You know what? Fucking bring it. I'll have that.
I like the fact that it's Sandstorm as a reprint of Springer. Springer, who turned robot to car to helicopter. Sandstorm from robot to car to helicopter. Makes sense, doesn't it? But they've remolded him so he's a jet.
But he's like a twin turbine.
He's like a
jet.
VTOL.
Yeah, I was going to say he's like a... What the hell do you call him? But he's like one of
A
those.
reverse VTOL.
Yeah. But even then, just doing that little tweak, that works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in fact, I'm happy enough with that. It's quite cool. I love that artwork from Metroplex.
Now, come on, repaint, Metro Titan.
Oh, yes.
There's been a rumour of that, hasn't there?
Yeah, there's been a rumour has popped up because there's a video, and in that video of somebody staring at the Metroplex with their camera phone going, ooh, you can hear a Hasbro executive type person in the background going, yeah, so we're thinking about we're going to give this a repaint as a Metro Titan somewhere down the line. So,
Why not? They've got them all.
which is an interesting fact to me, because it's become apparent that the current run of IDW Spotlights are coming out to be packaged with the toys.
No!
Right? And the IDW comics have really hammered home the idea of Metroplex and the Metro Titans of late.
Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah, no, this is perfect thinking for me. I can see exactly what's going on. Hasbro is keeping a very close eye on what's going on. Not changing, but herding the story the way they want to go, so these things sell. It's not a bad idea. It's a good idea.
But it doesn't in any way feel like the old Marvel days of, oh, why don't you introduce yourself, stunt team? Well, I'm Blackjack, in that bed. It doesn't feel like that. It's just like, oh, yeah, there's these Metro Titans, and then Hasbro just go, oh, shit, yeah, we'll do a figure.
Well, I think it's a bit more, we're doing these figures. Can you get them into the comics?
But it's not like you're sitting there like, fucking waging them in.
No, they don't. I mean, it's one of those things that only became apparent from this Toyfare. But what interests me
Go on.
is twofold. One, we're getting a Spotlight trail cutter.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a Spotlight hoist coming.
Mm-hmm.
Hoist.
It's traditionally a repaint.
Trail
Trailbreaker.
Trailbreaker. Now, I find this really interesting because of another story that we've got here. A story about bot shops. Prepare yourself here for some serious conspiracy. This is going to get good.
Should I go get my tinfoil hat now?
Oh, yes. Because the bot shops that we've seen, there is 3. Count them. 3 new bot shops coming.
Right.
And they all fit into the idea of dragons that Transformers Prime has. We have Twin Strike, otherwise known as Twin from the Firecons, looking like his Twin Strike counterpart. We have Scourge from Transformers Cybertron for all bizarre reasons, who looks modified to fit in. And then we've got Cindersaur, the Firecon, with a different look to his G1 version.
It's G2, isn't it?
No. There's new Firecons coming.
They just happen to be bot shops.
No.
Or do you just mean in general?
In general. We're getting new Firecons.
It wouldn't surprise us with the push behind the Predacons,
Yeah,
wouldn't
you get the Predacons coming out. The Terracon Combiner.
it? I'm still amazed by I'm getting that.
I'm sure we are getting, in the Transformers Prime line, a whole new line of Firecons. All I need now is someone in IDW to say, well, here's Spotlight Cindersaur, and I'm just going to jack off. Right there and then. I don't care where I am. I could be on a bus. Don't care. I'm just going to go for it.
I hope nobody tells me when I'm there.
I will cover the walls in sticky white love paste. Yeah.
Moving on, please.
Anyway, well, since you're mentioning the Spotlight, should we mention the Spotlight figures that they've
Yes, I think we should. These Spotlight figures are a collection. Well, there's Megatron in here. Da-da-da-da. Terrible picture of Megatron. It's Megatron in his Gundam. His stealth bomber mode.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sold on the stealth bomber Megatron. I think it looks quite cool, but not incredibly sold.
No.
No, I think it's the gunbladey army thingy. I'm not quite sure.
Gunbladey army thingy.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure whether that's supposed to be a blade or a gun.
It's a gun. You have read Spotlight Megatron, have you not?
Yes.
It is a world-shattering gun of immense proportions.
Check.
Out of interest, have you read Spotlight Megatron?
Yes.
Did you read that like a certain Beth Cox?
Oh, yes.
Okay, just check.
Hatred. Check.
Now the other one from a Spotlight,
Mm-hmm.
you have up on the screen there,
Yeah.
is the picture of the close-up, of the face close-up. Is that the Prime toy, or is that
No,
Spotlight toy?
That's Orion Pax.
Because if it is the Orion Pax without the faceplate,
Mhm.
I really like that.
Yeah.
I just love the whole thing of him getting the new body. It's like, mouth. That's different. Mouths are in. I'm thinking of getting one myself.
I like this figure. I also have noticed that it's a little bit animated. Does it not remind anyone else of Transformers Animated?
A little bit.
It's like animated got put through the G1 ringer.
Yeah.
Suppose.
It's the
What's
chest
your-
piece, isn't it?
I think so.
I actually like it.
I love it. I think it's
I'm
wonderful.
certainly interested. Like all of the ones from this, I'm interested in.
See, I don't know. For me, obviously, limited amount of space,
Mhm.
very limited funding, but no, I don't know. I've got my War for Cybertron Prime,
Yes.
who I absolutely love. He is my one Prime
Mhm.
that I've got, and the only other Prime I'm even contemplating getting would be a masterpiece, just so I can have him stood with for Grimlock.
Yes. Masterpiece MP10.
It'd be nice to have that one, but
Yeah, wouldn't it?
doesn't look like it's ever going to happen.
Oh, it will. Eventually.
Not at the price they're quoting for it.
100 quid.
Yeah, well, 100 at least.
I think it was 120, 130.
Mm-hmm. Jeez.
But no, that's really, really nice. That if if it wasn't for the fact that I have next to enough space, I probably would be going for that.
Oh, did you go for it anyway? Wife can live outside.
God.
I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, good lad.
Considering what we were talking about earlier, I'm not saying anything.
I will crawl it back on the subject then. There's 2 other than announced already then?
Yes.
Yeah, so there's Bumblebee
Mm-hmm.
and there's Trailcutter.
Yeah.
Definitely getting a Trailcutter.
Yeah.
Because it's a deluxe Trailbreaker. Somebody I know may have helped design it. But the only thing that bugs me...
I'm sorry, Stu. You didn't say that. Well,
No,
that was really quiet. I
I'm
didn't...
just going to leave that hanging. The only thing that bugs me about these, and I know it's been said elsewhere, and I'm not like sitting like, I'm the guy in the hands blowing and booing into bear. It's Prime Megatron and Bumblebee again.
Yeah.
And I know they're like a big pull, and it's nice to have Megatron as he's playing, but part of me sitting there really thinking, do I really want to buy another Bumblebee? Or I really want to... Yeah, it's Orion Pax, but it still feels like I'm just buying another Prime.
I think in this case... Excuse me? Yeah. I think in this case you've got a bit more of a pull, because this is the new generation of generations, so to speak. This is where things are starting to go from this point on.
Mm.
So, I mean, that old Classics Prime is a great figure.
Oh, yeah.
But he is showing his age now.
A little bit, but I still like it.
Oh, yeah. Great figure. One of the highlights of my Transforming collecting. That thing, I love it.
Just need to bung a G3 trailer on him and he's perfect.
Pretty much. Which costs twice as much as the actual figure did. But anyhow. I think it's certainly going to be interesting to see where they go from this point on. But
I'm certainly interested in like the designs and the work that's coming out. It does look good.
Mm-hmm.
But as I said,
Jetfire, come on, another Jetfire.
that knee-jerk reaction for me at the moment is, Prime and Megs again.
yeah, I
If
know
they're
what you mean.
starting to do stuff using the IDW sort of designs,
I think they're going to try.
I would really like a Rugmus.
Uh,
I really like the way they've designed him for the more than meets the eye.
I want a Magnus.
Oh yes,
There's a little frown button.
yes.
And then giant cannons in his shoulders.
Has everyone read More Than Meets the Eye 13?
Which
14.
ones?
The one with the holograms.
Yes.
Right, you've read it. Have you read it?
13, yeah.
Sure. Do I do it? Yes, I'm going for do it. If you haven't read it, tough. Did anyone else just utterly lose their shit when Magnus transformed into his truck mode? I had to put it down. I was laughing that hard.
The fact they were all jumping on it.
I think he was upside down.
I love the idea of Will getting Magnus wrecked.
Yeah. This is weapons grade Nucleon.
Just really sit there and like, well, I don't feel this. Hang on, have you left your filters on? Yes, of course I have. Turn them off. Well, I think we killed him!
I really like the conversation between him and Swerve.
Yeah.
I thought it was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
All the hilarity in the issue, and then you have that.
Yeah.
It was just so nice.
Yeah.
And the fact that his hollow projection was Verity.
Yeah,
that was fantastic. I squealed a little at that.
Right, yeah, I squeezed to start with, then I started thinking about it. That's really quite
that's
upsetting.
There's some kind of implies there's a bit of a connection between the two, even if he's not willing to admit it.
Well, she was calling him Monkey Magnus.
Mm-hmm.
He was Uncle Magnus.
Mm-hmm.
And then she left him
Mm-hmm.
to go for the wreckers.
Bitch broke his heart.
I don't think it's...
He had fun once and it was awful. The name was Verity.
That's it. I think, like Adam was saying, I mean, in the Transformers comics that we had at that point, he was the duly appointed enforcer of the Tyrant.
Yeah.
He just,
Nicely said.
thank you. He just went around in his own personal ship by himself, arresting people or whatever, looking into things. He was by himself.
Yep.
And he may have preferred it because everything was in order and all that, but then he kind of had that when she was travelling with him. He had that thing of because that's one thing that the humans seem to do in the Transformers comics is
Bridge a gap.
yeah, they I don't want to say humanise the Transformers, but they make them realise things that they've lost through this war. It's like Pyro in Last Stand of the Wreckers.
Yes.
He says Prime was wrong. we don't need to protect you. You're here to protect us.
Mm-hmm.
From losing whatever the speech was. It's that sort of thing. She made him realise how maybe lonely he was or whatever, and then she ran off to have fun with the wreckers, not thinking about, what was actually going to happen to Magnus.
Mm-hmm.
And then Magnus has kind of gone into this slump and gone off on this mission.
Oh.
Well, I think that's why he's gone off on this mission. He misses having the company of Verity. Yeah. Yeah.
But that was really, really nice.
Comics about robots, people.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you can't quite get. Looking forward to this week.
Also, World's Avatar. It's a little bit crazy.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Scared.
I didn't know that you could draw Mikey that well.
Someone's world again.
The eye patch and the Uzis?
Yeah. It was a little girl, wasn't it?
Yep.
Eye patch and it was that was genius.
And it came with these!
I love that issue. Anyhow, the next thing I want to talk about... Oh, actually, sorry. What does Dick Cheney prefer?
Cheney.
Sorry. What Dick Cheney prefers...
When he finds what he thinks is funny.
Dick Cheney prefers not giving a shit about the third world.
Probably doesn't.
Or, as I accidentally picked up too, which is another one that we've had before, but anyhow, the Smithsonian Museum of National History has just opened up a interactive exhibit on whipping it out.
See, I fully believe I broke Cards Against Humanity.
Shut your face.
So what do you want to talk to us about?
I want to say about, look at the crayons, look where the crayons are going, look at the crayons.
They're trying to kill me.
Crayons, look at the crayons, look at all the crayons, look at the crayons, they're so cool.
I was doing so well. Before Toyfare, I was like, I'm only going to get Bruticus. And I'm going to have to get Abominus and Seacons as well. Son of a bitch!
Predaking, Abominus.
It's like Abominus
King
is going to go a lot of love.
Yeah,
Freaking Seacons! Seacons!
I'm really happy that I'm not bothered by any of this.
Really?
Really. Don't get me wrong, I think it looks cool, I think it's an ingenious little thing, but...
I still love the fact that... Because they announced a bunch of blind pack dudes as well, a new bunch of them. And I love the fact that they're continuing the tradition of, hey, here's these 5 men teams, you'll find them in this box set, of 4 of them anyway, and then the 5th's in the blind pack.
That's such a good idea.
Great idea. Because purely on a sales idea, it's going to I will probably end up buying a few blind packs until I find more stuff. Or even then, I might just buy a couple more because I'm buying Blast stuff at the same time.
I like the crayon, like the crayon figures. I think they're great. I'd love to have a collection of them, but Neve would choke to death.
High shelves.
That's the thing. I don't have any high shelf space left, and it's one of the reasons I've said to Becca no more like whatsoever, because we've got nowhere to put it, and it's getting into places where it's just getting built late at night when Neve's gone to bed, and then Becca's leaving it out. Neve wakes up in the morning, she's clambering on the sofa or whatnot, reaches up to a shelf that's got Lego on it.
Yeah.
So, but that's one of the reasons why I'm glad I'm not tempted by these combiner teams.
I found a Shapeways site that sold hands for the combiners. Yeah.
Who else did they announce combiner wise? We had Protector Bots.
Yep, the Protector Bots, the Aerial Bots.
There wasn't like a huge amount of additions to the combiners.
No.
But the blind packs.
Cheetor.
Mm-hmm. They announced the next 2 waves of blind packs.
Yep.
And it's like, well, the dudes that fill up the teams, Cheetor.
Including a nose cone. Which makes you think
Possible
there's going to be a
Dinobots.
computer on.
Well, why not? They're doing Abominus.
Yeah, exactly.
Where is my freaking Monstructor?
He'll come.
I want a Monstructor and
Well,
then...
think about it. How many combiners are left?
They're going to start going to Japan. Creo Breast Force.
Road Caesar.
Creo Breast Force?
Lion
The best thing ever. Creo Breast Attack. God.
What if they go crazy?
How crazy?
Very crazy.
Oh,
The Beast.
fuck off.
Notice there hasn't been any Dinobots yet.
Yeah,
Creon.
Bit of a weird one.
Not really.
I would actually like a Creon Grimlock.
Yeah?
I would love a Creon Slag.
Not anymore, dude.
Let's back that one up.
You'll get a Creo Slug, but that's about
Thank you.
Still slag.
Yeah.
Still a slag in here. What? Hang on. This isn't working.
Moving on.
Suddenly I agree with Hasbro and everything they've ever said. But yeah, I would love a crayon slime. I can't say it with a straight face.
I'm gonna divert it then. There's something I did say, and I thought it was hilarious at the time, so I'm going to say it again. Somebody was saying, I can't believe there are all these new crayon figures, and they're just using the same old bits. And I was like, well, yeah, because they spent all the budget on freaking Overbite's headpiece from the Seacon.
Oh, yeah.
So it looks like a giant shark head. His face comes out of the mouth.
Nice.
Oh, it's so good. And no, who saw a bloody no come? I want 6 of them.
Oh god, yeah, shark got in there.
6 of them. Right now, thank you.
We must at least find one blot for Ralph.
Yes.
Ralph requires a new blot. So he may form his council of blots.
Right, Rob, do you want to take another one? Anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm going to break from Toyfare for a moment.
What, you son of a bitch!
Is there anything Toyfare related that we want to bring up? You want to bring up some chimney stuff, so...
Oh, actually, I will say one thing, Toyfare.
Yes? Rob, I will wax another man's rhubarb to have that Guyver figure in my hand, that Figma figure.
It is so nice.
It's beautiful.
I mean, it's like an actual model from what's in the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sculpted that well.
Does anyone else just want to run your hands across the ridged bits?
Yes.
It's like, oh.
I want some sort of effect part where he's like ripping his overnight in half.
That would be lovely.
I'm hoping it comes with like either opening or replaceable boobs.
And I've
it'd be
just
the cannon
noticed-
and the vibro blades.
Yeah.
The actual bits where it's all like the veiny stuff,
Yep.
it is all actually ribbed.
Yeah, it's all sculpted.
Oh!
It's got to be ribbed for her pleasure.
Yep, the vibroblades, hands and head will be interchangeable. So not head, chest.
I'm kind of hoping as well. I think it'd be cool. And I know it's not something that always seems to happen a lot in the show, but the 2 orbs in the top,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you can move them.
I don't think Nell moves somehow.
Nah, it's pushing it, but that'd be cool.
I'm saying now, the hands, the chest, and the blades, vibroblades will all be swappable.
I think the first thing I'm going to have him doing is just standing there going, pressure cannon!
Oh yeah. So yeah, Figma Guyver. I would happily travel with puppy for it.
I think that's a bit harsh.
Is there anything else, Toyfare, you guys want to...
Well,
Yes.
you wanted to bring up some Lego stuff, didn't you, Stu?
Yes, I'm not going to last long on Lego.
And then he spent.
As of recently, the Lego Chima stuff has me by the balls. I've really gotten over it. The loveliness is like got me. The one kid I was really after, the Pack Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking gorgeous. So I've got a bit of a unforeseen bit of cash come in, so I ended up getting another one. And then Toyfare rolled around, and they were like the first thing they showed me, and the first thing I saw was giant wolf-based land vehicle that splits into multiple vehicles
Yep.
with a chock load of wolves on it.
Yep.
The wolves are my fucking tribe, son. And then it got worse. Gorilla mech suit!
Yeah, I'm screwed when it comes to that. I'm talking to a guy who already has built a Blacktron Gorilla experiment mech suit.
You have to get one for your Chima and one for your Blacktron.
Yes, I know. I am aware of this
If I
one.
could somehow make Ice Planet one, I would. What else was a scroll? We're on the news page at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
What else? There was the lovely Chima packs. There's more of the Speedos, and I'm still not that fussed about Speedos.
No,
I
Speedos.
want to get one eventually.
Speedos, I have no real interest in collecting.
But I do want to get one eventually, because Gubbins.
Yeah, I mean, they come with some nice bits. I love these little...
Yeah, like the little challengey bits.
Yeah. But other than that...
Because there was some more stuff.
Good God, there's a hell of a lot of speed.
Alright.
Speedos.
Oh yeah, skunk. You've just gone past it.
Yeah, skunk.
Freaking Chima skunks. And there's a card out, but there's no figurine for the fox.
Oh man.
So they've added the new tribes in pretty quick.
Yep. Let's keep going.
Gorilla.
Look at the gorillas, man.
Yeah.
They are quite cool.
They're so funky.
There's the fox.
All I want to see is just like... Have you watched the cartoon yet?
Yes.
Fucking awful, isn't it?
I enjoyed it enough.
Did you?
It wasn't out special. It wasn't like I was sitting there going, this should be better again. I just went, it's kind of cool. I want a gorilla mech suit.
Well, yeah, that's got nothing to do with the cartoon. No. It just... The tone of the cartoon was all...
Oh, there's
over
the
place.
fox. We just got past the fox minifigure.
Comes with a little tail. Would you like a fox?
Yeah.
Would you like a real fox?
No.
Ah.
Would you like a giant fox?
A 9-tailed fox.
Yeah, I think some of these photos are literally just look at what we've already got.
Yeah, very much so. I'm just trying to get
Because
through...
Chima's not been out that long in the grand scheme of things.
No.
So I just get really excited about that thing because it's gorgeous.
It is awesome.
And you know what the spring loaded gun in it?
Yeah.
Fucking strong as hell. I'm terrified to shoot that thing.
Okay.
You know, maybe we're too used to Hasbro. I've got that one as well. Hasbro's like reined it in, and we're too used to their spring loaded things. This thing is just like twang across the front room.
Blinding small children across the room.
You know that picture they put in where they say "Don't shoot yourself in the face"?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking that applies, and that right there, that is one of the first new kits they put. It's a freaking cycle that turns into a jet.
Yeah. I do find it weird that they're going down the Hero Factory.
I like this idea though.
It seems to work out better than I think anything else the Hero Factory's done so far.
I think, and much like the rest of the chamber stuff, I'm more inclined towards the wolves.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think I'm more inclined to get the big wolf when that drops. But stuff like the gorilla's pretty cool. It's got a big chest on it.
I love the gorilla, which is actually part of the Hulk.
Yeah.
It's just pretty much a remold of the Hulk with the gorilla head and a hammer.
Well, you find that with a lot of Lego stuff. You'll see parts from everywhere.
The crocodile is so gorgeous. Would Rob like a crocodile?
Look at that.
To be honest, I've never been quite taken with those.
What, the Hero Factory? I can understand why, definitely.
Oh yeah, here we go. Lion Temple is your big set for Chima.
It is a remarkably insane size.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that, it's one thing! Oh.
That is pretty damn sexy.
I love the fact that all of these things have usually got the big wolf head, like the big animal head on.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Galaxy Squad stuff that I showed me.
Yep. Tell me about the Galaxy
It's
stuff.
like I was already sold on Galaxy Squad, and then I saw this thing. Giant armoured tank thing that is 1,012 pieces. Which I will never be able to afford. Which it splits into an armoured tank and a giant shuttle death machine, or combines into one giant armoured thing.
Nice.
And comes with that little snaky alien dude thing, and a bit of base for the aliens. For you to blow up with that.
Galaxy Squad is a strange one. I like it, but also don't like it.
And that. The frickin' orange mech thing where the front of it jumps off like a little shuttle. And that giant Hive Queen ship thing.
Yeah. I don't dislike it. But I think for my own safety and sanity, I just stay the hell away from it. Before I saw this stuff from Toyfare, I was quite happy with the idea of just not bothering with Galaxy Force.
Mm-hmm. You know what it makes me think of? The old Space Police stuff.
Don't it makes me think of? The 90s.
Yes.
Fuck.
Which means you're doomed.
Yeah.
It does. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad to be moving gives you that much joy.
But no, man, I was sold already on Galaxy Squad, and now it's... Oh. So much pretty. Because to me it feels like 90s space stuff again.
Yeah, oh, it really does. I love the little mechs. The Astro mechs are fantastic.
Well, even the fact that the Series 9 Planning Pack, they've got that battle mech in it.
Yep, yep.
And that's going to fit in perfectly with them.
Oh, completely.
Side note, I got one of them. Was it from Mr. Taz? I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember now.
The lovely Mr. Taz.
Lovely Mr. Taz. You take the armour off that thing and that makes an awesome droid. So now I want a couple more from the Ice Planet base.
Oh.
Just to totter around.
Need some for my... I've just noticed that my... What?
Huh?
I've just noticed that my Lego robots appear to be amassing around a giant Sonic the Hedgehog who is giving them the Heil Hitler.
Maybe, I don't think he's doing the Heil Hitler, I think he's part of Shocker. He's an evil Gaijin.
Well,
They're miniature Shocker grunts.
well, I do believe that Rob has something. But before we go to Rob, breaking news, Stu's just hurt his finger.
No. Stu reminded himself why he shouldn't go from these with his teeth.
Ah, yes. Let's do like some players.
It's alright, I've got it now.
Okay.
Yep, it's all I thought it was.
Who did Stu get in his Lego blind
I
pack?
got Series 3 Samurai Warrior.
Yay!
It shall be scrapped for parts.
Yeah!
Because I already have one.
Oh.
Which means coming soon there will be my Permanent General whatever. I
Oh.
might call him General Takeshi.
Nice.
Right. Rob, did you have something that you wanted to talk about that wasn't Toyfare related?
Yes.
Syphilis.
And you know what you have to do before you are allowed to speak of your topic?
Yes, I did.
Pick a card against humanity.
I'd like you to know I'm against this.
Oh.
Oh.
I'd love to see a game that's just called Rob Against Humanity.
Well, we just rename Cards Against Humanity Rob Against Humanity.
Uh-oh.
Starts with a blank.
Oh dear. What have you got?
Fully timed Holocaust jokes. Act 5, bro.
Poorly timed Holly
Lord.
costume. The worst one I've ever seen of that is Pre-Teens. High five, bro.
That's what I like about high school girls.
What, they
Keep
stay-
getting older, they stay the same age.
And jail's always a nice place to go during the summer. So, under 16, I'll get you 20 to life.
So, I was
Walking through the park one day.
in the merry month of May. No, I was looking through some stuff on Avatar on
Abadar.
Abadar.
on
James Cameron's Abadar.
yeah. It's a site called Amazon Work Brain. So I was on Amazon, reminding myself why I liked it because I stupidly decided to watch the movie again.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Considering we'd done the round table
Mm-hmm.
and everyone was beating up the movie,
Mm-hmm.
I thought, no, I'm going to give it another watch. I'm going to try and pretend that I've not seen the cartoon,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to judge it on its own merits.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
Fuck me, it's as bad as Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
It is as bad as Revenge of the Fallen.
Oh, what a twist.
It is. It's a fucking awful movie.
It's terrible. So, as I sometimes do when I've, destroyed a franchise for myself, I like to remind myself how much I loved it by looking at some of the other stuff for it.
Yes.
So, I had a look at what Amazon had, and I found something.
What did you find?
I found the art book,
Oh, shit, son.
and I bought it.
Shit, son.
It's fucking awesome!
And you didn't bring it for us to look at?
No, because you wouldn't have let me leave the house with it.
True. I'll let you leave the house.
No, this book is brilliant. Really is. Some of the stuff they went through, like the design sketches, what Ang was originally supposed to look like, what his glider was supposed to look like. Damn.
Bit of a change.
Yeah.
Ooh. Interesting. Oh, that'd be very interesting. Have a look at that.
Yeah, gives you a lot of insights on the stuff. I can't remember off the top of my head, what was what, but the polar bear dog from Korra?
Yep.
That was originally supposed to be Ang's pet.
All right.
The Appa was originally merged with a different animal. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, but it was just bonkers. Some of the pictures, like sketches and that they've done, and some of the little insights into the episode in season 3 where Aang stood there in all the armour.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a dig at the toy companies.
In what way?
In the fact that they kept saying, "Can you put this into the show because we want to sell an Aang figure in this armour?"
Ah, right.
It's like he's an airbender. He doesn't wear armour.
Yep.
He's like a Buddhist priest.
Yep.
And they kept asking them to draw him in like these stupid stuff, like with an air sword and all this kind of stuff, and they're just like, no. So they put that little bit in as a bit of a.
I remember the toy line for Aang died on its arse.
It's because it was all full of stupid shit.
Yeah. I just remember it being shit.
I had a Zuko figure which wasn't too bad looking. The only problem was you couldn't do anything with him. The articulation was quite bad, and he wouldn't stand up very well.
Yeah. I think I had Aang. Gave me a little cat creature. I kept the cat creature and threw Aang in the bin.
You mean Momo?
No, I think it was Momo. It was weird. It wasn't something I recognised.
But yeah, it was a really, really good book. If anyone can find it, it is well worth the money.
The only art book I've ever owned, really, has been the Art of Reboot, which is an amazing book to look through. Some of the stuff in there is just gorgeous. I love Reboot a little bit too much.
Well, one of the cool things about this is when they're talking about the different styles of bending and how they described it to animators and that, you've actually got across the bottom of the page these tiny little almost stick men. One of the creators, when he was first watching somebody do like all these movements and that, like the kung fu and that, and he's drawing like the movements.
That's cool.
It's really, really sweet. I haven't fully read it, but like I skimmed through some things. It's like the Blue Spirit originally was going to be the Red Spirit,
Right.
and they had a completely different kind of look for the mask. But they'd actually, when it had been sent to be animated, they actually sent a detailed sort of design sketch of the mask, so that nothing was, when they were drawing it from different angles, they knew the actual what it was supposed to look like.
Yeah, yeah.
It really, really nice.
It's like anything else, isn't it? The amount of work and love that goes into something comes up on the screen, definitely.
The only problem I have with it is the foreword. It has 2 forewords.
Right.
One from the series creators,
Yeah.
which is really nice.
Mhm.
One from M. Night
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
Oh, what a twist.
And
3 ducks in a man suit.
yeah, he goes on about how much his entire family is invested in the series.
Mhm.
It basically goes on about you come in through his door, you've got like a Katara bending water at you on the wall, and
Yeah.
all these pictures he's got around the house, and how this book, if you ever come round to his house, will be on their coffee table in the living room, and all this sort of stuff goes on about how much he loves the series, and it's like, why did you do such an appalling film then?
Oh, I've got a simple answer for you there. He's a shit director.
Oh, what a twist.
He wrote it as well, didn't he? He wrote the screenplay
He's
for it.
fucking awful.
We've got, now you've said that, and with that forward thing, it just makes me think it's bad fan fiction.
Probably, yeah.
Bad fan fiction with a budget to make a...
To be honest, I could see some of the things that they tried to put in, but they were so disjointed, they just didn't fit at all.
Of course not, because he's goddamn awful.
Oh, what a twist.
Watch The Happening and tell me he's a good director. I dare you. Now, I love The Happening. I think The Happening is one of the funniest films I have ever seen in my life, and I will watch it on a fairly semi-regular basis. If anything, just the sight of 2 people, like, writhing each other, it's like snakes, going, but we had tiramisu together. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh,
It's not meant to
what a
be.
twist.
I don't care how you look at it. Wind isn't scary.
No.
Ah, the wind.
Have either of you 2 seen The Happening?
No.
You really should.
I really shouldn't.
Oh, man, you will cry your eyes out with laughter. I think I reduced myself to about 90% lost body water.
Although, saying that about the book, I did find out there's one for Korra as well.
Oh.
I'm going to have to put that one down.
Korra's not a long series, is it? It's only got the one
12 episodes.
lot of 12, and that's it.
We need more.
I need to get around to watching the rest of Korra.
You do. You really, really do.
I need to...
It's like anything else. It's not because I don't want to see it, it's just time. I need to get some time.
It's not because he doesn't want to see it, it's just that he thinks it's shit.
It's just that M. Night Shyamalan keeps coming around to my house and teabagging me.
Oh, what a twist.
I'm just 3 ducks in a man suit.
But no, that book, I cannot say enough nice things about it. If anyone sort of is a fan of the series, just get this book. It's a lovely accompaniment.
When this show goes out, do me a favour. Tweet a couple of pictures from it. That'd be nice just to have it out. And I'll retweet them from the Old Oil House Twitter. I'll ask the secretary to retweet it. Stu, should we move to you then, if you want anything else?
I can do. I can't remember what else there was from...
Well, I've got something, so do you want me to jump on?
Yeah, go on, man. I'm
Right.
I don't think there was much else that sort of...
There's a couple of things out there that I want to talk about. In the new Disney original... in the new Disney Channel original movie, Hannah Montana struggles with all-you-can-eat shrimp for $4.99 for the first time.
Nice.
I thought so. I want to talk about the fact that we have had another big Machine Wars BotCon reveal.
Now, this is an interesting one.
Yes, it is.
Because it's a character that's not been in Machine Wars, but has been in Beast Machines, which is a sequel to Beast Wars. So if you take out the Beast and divide it by 2, you get Machine Wars.
I can explain it. I am convinced that Machine Wars, according to the BotCon continuity, is going to happen at the same time Beast Wars was happening on Earth.
Why not?
Yep.
They're pulling it out. They're probably pulling most of it out of their ass anyway.
Oh, completely. But as a figure, that's really nice.
What is it?
Should we say what it is?
Striker. Striker from Machine Wars. Not Machine Wars, Beast Machines. Beast Hunters.
Which one was Striker?
Not Obsidian.
The large feminine one.
I'm confused now.
She was also in Animated. She led Team Char at the beginning of Season 3.
Mhm.
Voiced by Tara Strong in Animated, which freaked me out.
She was big in purple. Do you remember there was the 2 legendary Cybertronian generals in Machine Wars? No, Beast Machines!
Beast Machines.
Oh,
One was a helicopter dude with spindly fingers, one was a big fucking chunky bitch.
Yeah.
That's
what it is,
big
it's a
chunky bitch.
Ah.
So you probably find one of the other figures either in the box set or in the souvenirs will be some kind of helicopter repaint.
But who?
Obsidian. I don't know.
Eyebrow?
People are saying Skyhammer,
Yeah.
but that would seem weird that Obsidian was bigger than Striker.
Yes, it does,
But
doesn't it?
it's the fan club, TFCC, so he'll probably be made out of wheelie.
Optimus Prime.
Nothing wrong with a bit of Wheelimus Prime.
They'll scrape the bottom of that barrel at some point.
I wanted to bring this one up purely because that is a really nice repaint.
Yeah,
And the character comes through really well.
When it first went up, I was looking at it going, it doesn't seem feminine. Then my brain went, of course not, it's a striker.
Yeah.
She's built like a brick shit house.
Yeah. She's built like a German-Russian.
Come to my bosom, big boy.
I'm
That's what it makes
shot player. I have Russian father, German father.
I am president of Daredevil Man Without Fear of Fan Club of Schmensk. That's all I can think of.
I throw shot put. Now come to me, big boy.
Come to me and pleasure me, weedy man.
You see her? Not my bud.
So when Obsidian comes out, that's what you need. You need to get them both, and then you can stand there going, not my bud.
Not my bud.
But no,
There is shark bite in the water. And the blood will come. I know.
No, throw. You want throw.
There was a headmaster called Blood, wasn't there?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Blood is in the water. Shark the comes will come.
No, he wasn't a headmaster, he was a pretender.
He's a pretender, sorry,
Yeah.
yes.
All I can think of now is Boris the Blade. Sitting there with a target master. Weight is good. It's a sign of reliability.
Oh my god. You just created the best fan fiction in my head.
What, Snatch with Transformers?
No. Stryker comes to Earth, but is
Okay.
damaged and must become a headmaster to survive.
Okay.
Alt mode becomes a truck.
Big deal.
Right? A big truck. She gets Boris the Tsar Bushkin as headmaster. Hey, nobody calls us Autobot slime. Okay, how about no good slime?
Nice.
See, all I can think of now, because I said that one line, is Snatch redone with Transformers. Mickey would be blown. Give me that!
I'm sorry,
Snatch!
I can't get my head around the idea of Boris the Tsar Bushkin being a fucking headmaster.
Does that mean Swindle would have to become Boris the Blade?
Boris the Blade, yeah. Boris the fucking Bullet, don't you?
Why do they call him the Bullet Dodger?
It's like, who's Stephen, though? First inclination is Springer. And then Tommy would have to be, I don't know.
No, Statham would be Impactor.
Mm-hmm.
I can imagine Impactor.
Protection
If
from
he was a
who?
bit bigger, I'd say Robot.
Now, imagine if you will, Impactor. After Last Stand of the Wreckers, him and Guzzle have gone off into space.
So Guzzle's Tommy.
Maybe.
Bloody hell, what's that?
After a while,
It's bad, innit?
Guzzle has to leave him, and Impactor takes up a whole new job. Moving objects from one space to another. And he has to do this 3 times. But he makes some rules, which he breaks all 3 times. First time, he gets something put into his trunk. Turns out to be RC. Second time, gets something put into his trunk. Turns out to be RC. Third time. I'm not saying that all 3 Transporter films are exactly the fucking same, but all 3 Transporter films are exactly the fucking same.
No, he doesn't get anything put in his boot in the second and third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, still the same film.
The first one was brilliant.
Ah, first one.
It's just a...
Imagine, if you will, Impactor having to put crocodile clips on his robo nipples to power up.
Right, I have to say it because the thought has been running through my head for the last minute. So yeah, okay, Impactor and Guzzle was Stephen and Tommy. Oh, bloody hell, Guzzle, what's that? Oh, it's my gun, isn't it? It's for protection. Protection from who? It's the Predacons.
He's not pointing his gun, he's pointing at the back. This giant fucking turret sticking out. My gun.
How long are those sausages, Robbo? 3 minutes, Impactor.
Said 3 minutes, 5 minutes ago.
Oh, now, Guzzle, it's tipped up. It would be bricked up, though. Go on. Go on. It's it.
I just the image of like freaking Swindle, just like pointing outside. Well, there's these third-party Predacons. Feed into the Belvine Errol.
No, Swindle's Boris. So Boris ends up in the back of whoever Abby will becomes car with a bag over his head and his hands tied.
Motormaster. Motormaster would keep pigs.
Possible. Feed him to the pig slew.
But they're not pigs.
Ah, feed him to the pigs, did it?
Feed him to the mechanicals. Cannibals.
You stop me again when I'm walking. I'll cut your fucking transformation.
Scrablets.
Oh, yes. Yes. Which are just larger versions, not so small versions of the Mechanibals.
Why not?
Why has there never been a third-party Mechanibal? It's bald with teeth.
Right, I've just remembered something.
Yeah, the average scrapplet. I wish I could remember that speech so I could do the whole thing. I need to watch
It's
it
the
again.
phrase, as greedy as a scrap.
So,
So, pull the spark and take out a transformation. I'll say a little scrapless digest.
so basically, that's all we have to say about Machine Wars
Yeah,
Striker.
it was Snatch Transformers. I hit on something and I've just remembered.
Yeah.
Hasbro mentioned something about the Death's Head Universe figure.
Oh, yes.
Yes, they A, had no idea that Transformers fans would be interested, and B, raised the question of, hang on, why isn't that out yet? So as far as Hasbro was concerned, they didn't know why we would be interested, and they thought it should be out on the shelves now. Where is it? Because we haven't even seen pictures.
No.
And they think it's ready to go.
What I find quite disturbing about that is Death's Head seems to be taking a bit of a resurgence at the moment.
Yeah, even if it is just...
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Even if it is just one panel appearances.
Build him to something. Because he's in Superior Spider-Man.
Uh-huh.
What else is he?
He's in Iron Man?
He's an Iron Man, there's something else.
I know Iron Man is literally just a panel.
Yeah.
And it's just some dude pouring out of it. Oh, you don't know about it.
But he's going to be a full-blown, right the way through the issue, he's on the cover of Superior Spider-Man.
I know there's a picture where he gets Superior Spider-Man knocks his head off.
Oh, is anyone reading Superior Spider-Man?
No.
It's a bit fun. Yes, it's quite interesting to see Death's Head making some kind of reappearance. Yes.
I've never really read much of Death's Head. But, I do love the sound of the character. I want to see him in print.
Death's Head is fantastic. Especially in some of his, how can I put it? Out there roles.
Mm.
I mean, most of the time he crossed over with characters that weren't huge, very big. Things like the Dragon's Claws.
It's like what I've got the volume 2 of like the collected stuff. It's basically him crossing over with the Doctor, him crossing over with Fantastic Four, him crossing over with Iron Man
2020.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Arno Stark. Then it's him with his own origin story.
Yep.
Then it's him as just like in the background in a Doctor Who story.
Mm-hmm.
And that was most of it. It seemed very much just like, let's just drop him in everything. But the way you read it sometimes is the blurb at the beginning. It's almost like Marvel UK, their own characters. He was front and centre.
Pretty much.
He was their
for a
flag
long
carrier.
time.
He was,
Yeah.
leading the charge.
For a long time. One of the most interesting things about Death's Head is how tied into the Marvel UK Doctor stories he actually is.
Well, that's why he's human size.
Yeah.
It's because the Doctor shrank him.
So
That's how they got around the, oh shit, he's Transformers size. How the fuck are we going to do this?
have you ever read the incomplete Death's Head?
Don't think so.
I will throw it at your head at a later date.
No, not my face, my beautiful face.
Because that, even though it's a Death's Head 2 story, it ties into the Death's Head 1
Oh, yeah,
universe.
doesn't it? Yeah. I think I'd heard about that.
And I'm really not a fan of Death's Head 2.
I know Paul's just like, spitting his tea out at this point. He sucks, Paul.
He does. Everything that made him Death's Head just goes out the window.
Yeah, he just became generic 90s big muscly dude.
Yeah.
Fucking 90s.
And normally it's not very often you'll hear me say bad things about things from the 90s, but Death's Head 2 is rubbish. Death's Head 3 is worse. Anyway, anything else anybody wants to bring up?
A shed ton of bile concerning Assassin's Creed 3.
And a shed ton of bile concerning aliens, colonial marines.
Well, we'll do that and then we'll finish up. So, before we do, Rob, pick your cards.
I've got 2.
Fingers no work.
Right. Alternative medicine is now embracing the curative powers of my soul.
Rob the Rob soul upon you.
Unless it gets the Who.
Or, considering I've got 2 question cards,
Yeah.
why can't I sleep at night? My soul.
I like the idea of, can I have £2 of Rob soul, please?
Soul, please.
Yeah, just get that down your lad, you'll be alright. Oh.
You know what it is? It's just what they've renamed stem cell research. People aren't supposed. Oh, what are you working on? Rob Soul. People are like, oh, that's fine.
Just make it like welding mask, welding icon, a terrier. What are you doing? Working on Rob soul.
Every day, it seems more and more like you're turning into Krieger from Archer. Oh, Piggly. And there's the episode I watched over there. Oh, Piggly 2.
It's learned how to feel! Just still my favourite moment out of Archer. Just, oh
So many
god,
good moments.
I almost...
That's something that was announced before Toyfare.
Mhm.
We're getting Archer action figures.
Oh god.
They're doing a range of soft toys, which include the various cast members and Pam's dolphin puppet.
Nice.
Anyhow, Rob, give me some sickening bile. I'll
Um,
sit here and wait for you to spray it all over me.
So, I got Assassin's Creed 3, finally. I've not had the time or money to play it sooner.
Mhm.
So, I was really looking forward to it because I've been a big fan of the Assassin's Creed series. Stupidly believing just the hype. And I got a little bored with Revelations.
Alright.
But, you know, it wasn't by any means a bad game, I was just a little bored with the character. But, no, I thought, right, this is going to be great. Started playing it. And you start off as Connor's father.
Yes.
I was like, oh, okay, I'll play a bit as Connor's father. I think it was 2.5 hours later, I am still Connor's father, trying to do several missions, bringing a group of people together. Won't do any big spoilers. You get your opening, and then I have to play another sort of like 20 to 30 minutes of child Connor before getting to young adult Connor, when I have to do another couple of missions before I get sent off to find my mentor to become an assassin.
Yeah.
So I've pretty much played 3.5 hours, maybe 4 hours of this game. Actually, it's probably more than that. And I've only just started doing stuff for the actual guy who's training me to be an assassin. I mean, I've probably missed a ton of stuff as well, because all I've done is do story missions.
I just did burn through
Just to try and get to the character I'm supposed to care about. Because at this point in time, I do not care about Connor at all. Do you want me to help you care about him? Change his last name. To make that hold. Shut up.
Okay.
So, yeah, and the thing is, considering they promised they'd redesign the engine from the ground up, all the old bugs are still there. You know, jumping from a rooftop into a patch of bush that I could hide in, so the guards wouldn't see me, and he jumps onto the banister for the stairs.
Excellent.
And I press the B button to get him to drop off, and he just sits there and
Waiting.
waits for the guard to come into sight, which was annoying. Also, this was brilliant. It was teaching you, how to get your notoriety down and everything. Which, usually you run away from the enemy so they can't see you. You jump into a bale of hay or some other hiding place, and they'll sort of forget you and leave you alone. Yeah, in this one, people stop chasing after you, but if the guards spot you for an instant, they come running after you and call in reinforcements.
Alright.
Because you have to go and get your notoriety down. You can't just hide and wait for it to disappear.
Makes the game a little harder.
A little impossible,
Yeah.
considering I had to pull down posters to get my notoriety down. The posters and the guy I was supposed to speak to find out about this were constantly surrounded by guards.
Fantastic.
Oh my.
And the piece de resistance, the bit that really made me,
Sorry.
the bit that really made me, give up on the game for today at least. I'm going to try and get through it because everyone says it gets better. I went to the printers because you can bribe printers to sort of stop the posters going up. As I left, it spawned me between two guards.
Oh, lovely.
Literally, there was two guards standing outside of the actual printers, outside the front door. I landed on the sort of overhang above the door, and I pressed B to drop down the side so I could slip in behind them in the door, and it teleported me inside. It was like, great, didn't have to worry about alerting the guards. But then, on the other hand, when it spawned me outside, I was stood right in between them, and no matter which way I moved, it started a fight with them, and everyone else came in running. So all that work to get my notoriety down was just destroyed
Straight
in
out the
an
window.
instant. Yeah.
Okay.
Thankfully, I managed to get away by having one of them smack me in the face with his musket and tell me not to bother them.
You're assassin. Leave me alone.
Pretty much. He just smacked me in the face and said, get out of it. As they do in those games.
Oh, Lord.
Anyhow.
But yeah, I have such a ton of bile for that game. I'm sticking with it though, because everyone else has told me how good it gets, so...
Well, apparently, many games got good. Doesn't mean that I went through Final Fantasy 13 at any point.
Becca really enjoyed that.
That's my thoughts on that game.
Okay.
So, if you're going to give it a score, a rating, out of 5, so far, what would you give it?
2.
Ouch.
There's all the bugs from the previous games are still in there. The story isn't particularly gripping me at the minute, because as I said, I don't care for any other characters, because I've been built up with these other characters. And, the good things about it is the actual vistas and everything are beautiful. The world itself looks really quite good. But yeah, just gameplay wise, it's not great.
I'm kind of done with the Assassin's Creed games completely. They've just, I don't know. The first one I thought was a flawed yet good game.
No, it was just too linear.
But everything that came after just seemed sort of piss on my shoulder.
See, I liked 2. I thought it was... I didn't like the character of Ezio as much as I liked Altair.
No.
But I thought it was a better game.
I just think they got a little too silly. I think it's the best way I can put it. They just got sillier and sillier. It just didn't interest me anymore. Should we move on to Stu then? Because I think Stu had something to say about aliens.
Mm-hmm.
So, before we do, you know what you have to do?
Yep.
I think this is the last one of the night.
Give me that one.
Okay, you got that one.
And then that one on the top. Yeah, white people like a disappointing birthday party. That's simple. Right, I'm going to clarify the following with... I'm going to spoil something.
Mm-hmm.
And I also that I haven't played this game. Right. I'm literally going off what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. But what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, I'm not liking.
So basically what you're saying is, if you do not want to be spoiled,
yeah.
This is the end of the episode.
Yeah, I would just end it here. If you don't want to know anything about aliens, colonial marines, leave now, because I'm going to spoil something in it that's a plot twist.
What a twist!
Oh, what a twist. And you guys already know.
Yep.
So I'm going to put it out there. So,
whip it out.
Aliens Colonial Marines is a video game by Gearbox Software, Sega, and about 5 or 6 other producers.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Somehow they have taken what should have been a really good game and fucked it right up. Yet again, this is not from me playing, this is me from seeing footage, seeing reviews. Well, one main review. The AI in the game is completely spazzed.
Yes.
Aliens just run full leather at you. A to B, shoulder through. Not what you would assume an alien's weird. Well, let's go around here, let's go around some cover. It's literally just right at you. Mm-hmm. Okay? Your AI teammates are completely useless.
Mm-hmm.
They keep blocking you. Supposedly as well, yet again I can't go off this, but the reviewer basically said it is not worth playing on any mode other than the hard mode. Because it's just not a challenge.
Jesus.
You can run through levels.
Right. Run
through levels!
Okay.
When it's just aliens that you're fighting, so when it's one of the 3 out of 11 levels where you're just fighting aliens.
What?
Yeah. 3 levels you're fighting nothing but aliens, 3 levels you're fighting nothing but Weyland-Yutani mercenaries, and then X amount of levels you're fighting a mix, and then there's a boss.
Fuck right off.
Yeah. So yeah, you can run through them levels on normal mode.
Yeah.
So the AI is utterly bobbins. We've all seen Spaceballs.
Yes.
We've all seen the sequence where the alien comes out and dances across the countertop.
Yep.
They decided to put a little Easter egg in there.
Mm-hmm. There's
a containment tube and there's the hat and the walking stick. What they also did, and this is completely by accident, is the AI will spaz out and then glitch up a wall.
What?
So instead of being stood normally, it's at a 45-degree angle trying to run. Stuck in a wall. There's footage of it.
Wow.
Yeah. And then when you overlay that music on top of it, it's perfect.
Wow.
It just seems like it's been a comedy of errors getting this thing to release.
It has really.
Really has. And now that people are reacting badly to it, it seems to be almost like they're just... I don't know if it's Gearbox, I don't know if it's the other companies, but it just seems like they're in a desperate move to... I didn't see, but I heard that... And this is literally, yet again, I heard. I have to clarify, I heard this isn't I haven't looked into this, I guarantee it. Gearbox literally said, well, we did the multiplayer, and somebody else did the rest.
Right.
So, yeah, go with that as you will.
But it's been a game without a company for a long time.
It's been
bounced from
bouncing
place to place.
It was originally supposed to come out on an Atari machine, was it not? Supposed to be a launch title for an Atari machine.
Really?
Did not know
Was it Atari? I don't know if it was Atari. Some.
Well, Atari's lost Hurrah a couple of years ago.
Mm,
More than a couple of years ago, it'd be about 7 years ago, wouldn't it? 6 years ago.
that. Don't even remember. Sure how good that was.
Well, it never actually came out.
Yeah.
It was a console that never happened.
I can't remember the name of the console, but it wasn't one that is, more than a footnote.
No.
The
Atari Physitron.
But yeah, it was supposed to be a launch title for a console back in Yield, so that's how long it's been on the go.
Yeah.
I mean, they still haven't given a release date for the Wii U version. They promise it hasn't been scrapped.
Mm-hmm. It will be now.
I reckon so. After the
Actually, after this.
Yeah, after the fact that Colonial Marines has just been pissed on from a great height, there's no way that's coming out.
So, now we've dealt with the fact that none of us have played the game but know it's terrible.
But I do know someone who's played the game.
Oh.
My manager. He told me he would rather throw feces at me than allow me to play that game because it would be less insulting.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
So, speaking of insulting, this is where it really got me, and this is where I ultimately turned against this game.
I know where you're going.
And this is where we're into full-blown spoiler territory, so this is the last warning. As you play through the campaign, which is all based on like LV 426, so this Horde, this is Sulaco, the lot.
You mean it ties more into the Alien films than Prometheus does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the canonical sequel to Aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Officially, through Fox, it's
Yeah.
very good. You find out that the evil Wayland Yutani have kidnapped one of the Marines from the Sulaco. Somebody survived. Dun dun dun. And you have to go rescue them.
Yeah.
And then it turns out the person who survived is Hicks.
Yeah.
And this is where it gets a little screwy. Little, yeah. Because this is where you shoehorn getting another voice actor and you shoehorn the shit out of it. So, for people who don't know. Yeah, you shoehorn it like a shake weight. For those people who don't know.
For those people who don't know, Stu shouting shoehorn is the same as Stu sucking off a large man's knob.
Yes. Fucking hella large though, look at that shit.
It's fucking scary. Thin though, very
How do you
thin.
think I feel?
They're coming towards you.
So the basic gist of what happens to Hicks in the Alien films is Hicks gets burned by acid, they put him under, they put him in the cryotube gets ejected from the ship, it crashes, he gets killed by a bit of metal going through the tube. Yeah? That's what happens to Hicks. It's an unfortunate story. Ripley cries a little later. However, now Aliens Colonial Marines tells us that when they went into the cryotubes, the evil Wayland Yutani building better worlds with children's souls. That's the rejected part of the slogan. It's in the small print. They used a ship to get there and got onto the Sulaco and only took Hicks out. Not Ripley, not Newt. They left him there. They only took Hicks out and they replaced his body with somebody else who wasn't Hicks. And then left, took Hicks with them, and then spent the next 15 weeks torturing him for information. Okay? Well, this works to an extent. She said they're an evil company, they want to know more about the xenomorphs. They want to know more about what happened on the planet. So let's beat up Hicks and find out. However, this relies on the concept that either A, Ripley and Newt wouldn't notice that Hicks had completely changed when they got home. B, the fact that they knew that something would happen to the ship with a facehugger, so that it would crash, and then they hoped, because they certainly couldn't have planned it that way, that when it crashed, a giant piece of metal crushed Hicks' tube. Or, and this is the one that pisses me off the most, they knew there was a facehugger on the ship and let it attack, even though it would have been even better for them to have captured said facehugger and used it for their evil experiments. All of which adds up to, why the fuck would you take Hicks out of that tube? Or why the hell wouldn't you take the rest of them? Who wrote this script?
Morons.
Really? Come on!
Same guy who wrote Lost's final episode.
I could have, honestly, when I first heard there was a Marine Survivor, I instantly went, oh wow, I wonder who that is. When I looked it up, because I was like, oh, I'm not going to play the game looks terrible. I'm just going to YouTube it. It's Hicks. And I just sat there going, what the fuck? Anybody else could have made more sense than that. Hudson.
Yeah.
Hudson survives being pulled through the floor plates.
Yep.
Somehow survives the nuclear attack.
Yeah.
Alright, that is slimline. He finds a fridge.
Drake with half his face gone.
Drake, burn up. Could have been Frost, Airborne, any of the guys that were in that first attack and got separated.
Yep.
Because partway through, they've still got the signals, they're still alive.
Yep.
And they never went back because they thought they would have been cocooned.
Yep.
Reasonable thinking. Any one of them guys. Honestly, the only way it could be worse if it maybe been Vasquez. She survived a grenade in her hand. Freaking Gorman. It's like, possibly, feasibly, they could have been worse.
Yeah. No,
they could have thrown the grenade and found another escape route. Yeah. That's more feasible than this fuckwittery of going, we will take him from the tube and replace the bad
it's proper moustache-twirling evil. And it doesn't fit with the rest of the Weyland-Yutani.
It's so fucking stupid. I just couldn't believe.
Sorry, the evil Weyland-Yutani.
We are the evil Weyland-Yutani, building better worlds with puppies' tears.
At this point, the Alien franchise needs to just give the fuck up.
Just stop.
Yeah. It just got gradually worse. Since Alien Resurrection, it just has got
It's like
worse.
Alien Resurrection, I don't mind it terribly.
No, it's
not a great film.
No.
It's a Joss Whedon written film. And it's got Ron Perlman in it, so that's enough.
It's got Ron Perlman and top dollar from The Crow.
Yeah.
But then it does have the alien with a womb.
Yep, which is fucking awful.
Yeah.
And the...
It also has Sigourney Weaver being sexy as fuck.
Yeah.
Nom, nom, nom.
But yeah, after that, it just seems like anything alien related stinks of shit.
Yeah, completely. Anything with the Alien franchise tied to it is just awful.
Both AVPs are terrible.
Yep.
Aliens vs Predator game was not great, but it was, to an extent it was terrible. It was very short in my opinion.
Yeah.
It wasn't great. And then just like anything connected to it's just terrible. Can we just leave it?
Yeah, I think it's time just to leave Aliens
Walk
alone.
away.
Just go with something new. Come on. Fucking dinosaurs versus aliens. Come on.
I fully expect there to be a sequel to Aliens Colonial Marines. Because somehow it'll made enough money, or somebody will chuck more money in. And you will play Hicks and Newt's daughter.
One of Vasquez.
Yeah, you'll play Vasquez, who through the grenade explosion and a trans warp is now bonded to Gorman.
You know what it'll be, right? You'll play as Butch Schaefer, Dutch's older, harder brother. Right? Who's travelled through time. I may look familiar to you. My name is Butch Schaefer. You look a little bit like Butch Schaefer. No, my name is Butch.
Butch. Oh man.
He's got like a skirt. He's wearing like a Mexican skirt made of predator heads. My name is Butch. They killed my brother. Dirty damn aliens. He pulling alien heads open with his face. Butch Schaefer. To make myself cough.
You know what else bugs me as well?
What's that?
And yet again, this is from a review, not from my own personal experience. Apparently, you only get to use the smart gun for about 10 minutes in that entire game.
Mm-hmm.
And
is there any APC driving sections?
I don't think so.
That's a shame, because you know who'd be a great APC driver?
Butch Schaefer.
Butch Schaefer! I drive it through your face!
Dylan Jr., you son of a bitch!
Just looking at Apone. You look familiar. Are you watching the Rocky films? I know him!
Oh, you know what else as well? This bugged the shit out of me.
Oh god.
You find out about Hudson as well. You find a Marine up on the wall, big hole in his chest. And that didn't sit right with me at all, because you watch that bit where Hudson gets pulled under that floorboard. Mm-hmm. He ain't going quietly. He is shooting them in the face while they are pulling at his legs. Yep. So they probably melted his fucking legs off.
Yep.
In all honesty, my ultimate vision of that scene is he's shooting them, and then when his gun starts to run dry, starts hitting them with it or knifing them.
Mm-hmm. He melted.
Yeah, he should have been shredded to pieces or melted or whatever, but no, he looks fine. He's just pinned up on a wall with a big hole in his chest. Well, for that hole, you think he was just going,
How is any of the structure there, though, considering a nuke went off?
Now, I can argue this one. It's still a nuke, yeah? But the generator was next to where they were, so maybe there's distance, and anything underground shouldn't have been that affected. And what you see of Hadley's Hope is it's fucked.
You should go down the path that it wasn't an actual nuke, it was some kind of EMP blast generator.
No, it wasn't. They're sticking with the idea that the generator went up and did stuff, but...
I want to play as Bishop's
How would
Head.
they be able to go down there? Because if if it's sort of 17 days after the Sublime was overdue, and then they'd gone there, surely the radiation would still be at lethal levels.
Oh, there we go. There's another.
They're all androids, as you'll find out in the second game.
Well, hell, Bishop's in it again. No, having another Bishop I can understand.
Oh yeah, completely.
And even like the cutscene I've seen when the reveal Hicks even looks at him and goes, Bishop? And that Bishop then looks at his commanding officer and goes, it means the other Bishop. And that makes sense. That's, shit like that. Well, yeah. Well handled. But it's just like, the rest of it.
We're going to close this down now, I think. But before I do, I have a good question for you. Alien 3.
Uh-huh.
What are your thoughts?
I quite like it.
I wasn't a fan.
I'm not like shouting from the rooftops, but I kind of like it. I prefer the...
Director's cut.
No.
You prefer the original?
Yes. Because it makes more sense for the alien.
But to be from the dog rather than the cow?
Okay. It makes more sense because then it's all...
Mm-hmm.
And I always kind of prefer that thing where the Queen bursts out of her chest as she's falling in.
Okay.
And I remember when I watched the director's cut, I just went...
Huh? Well, I have another question to ask you about Alien 3.
Oh.
I'm going to ask you the Blade Runner question.
Oh.
Bishop at the end.
Uh-huh.
Robot or human?
I think that might have been Wayland.
Okay.
But there's also the possibility that he went, fuck that shit, I might get killed. Off you go.
Yep.
What is the difference between the director's cut and...
Quite a lot.
Yeah,
there's an entire subplot about one of the prisoners seeing the alien as the dragon, which is another way of saying Satan, basically, as he starts getting quite zealous about it.
Isn't that played by...
Paul McGann.
Yeah, that was it. But what's the other major difference? It impregnates a cow instead of the dog. They've got like a bison-y thing that impregnates that. And as I was saying, at the end she jumps in and you don't see the whole thing of it coming out of her chest as she falls. She just dives and she's in there in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Those are the most obvious ones.
Yeah, there's some other bits. The commit your bodies to the void or Lord section's a bit different as well, which is my favourite sequence in that film.
Why would you have it?
But it's not Hicks's body now, so it doesn't have as much impact.
Why would you have it that it kind of face look at a cow instead of a dog?
Yeah, because I like that idea of it varies. It's how it's done a little bit depending on what it attaches to.
Mm-hmm.
So attaching to something more canine gives it a more like a...
Yeah.
But whereas a big bovine thing, I'd expect to be fucking big old bulky thing.
Yeah, because that's the whole thing with it. I mean, I remember seeing the model kits for it in the shops. It was the dog alien sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was actually branded as.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
That's personal preference on that. I'm not going to like denounce you as a heretic for damn you when you're bull ideas.
I think the only problem I have with the original Aliens and Aliens 3 is just the fact that they are out and out sort of horror films.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like horror.
I wouldn't call Alien 3 a horror film.
No.
It tries to do the Alien 1 thing again with just the one sort of enemy and the lots of tension building, stuff like that to it actually attacking. And for me, it gets me stressed out watching those movies. Because as I've said before, Ripley pretty much does the thing, the scary movie thing of leaving the 9mm on the table and picking up the banana.
Yes.
Which just stresses me out beyond no end, because it's like, why would you be so stupid?
And in Alien 3, she leaves 9mm behind because there isn't one and goes off with a crowbar to find the alien.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favourite sequences of that film, yet again, just the idea of, come on, you little bastard.
But then Aliens was just kind of like, taking a credible sort of threat, of enemy, and just throwing some big guns at it, which was just fun.
Yep, and I'm beating the shit out of it with a power loader.
Yeah.
You think about it, they've never done that with any other kind of film in history. Like a sequel has never completely changed genre, has it?
No. Very rare.
You don't suddenly go from Friday the 13th to, hey, look at this military unit fight 50 million Jasons.
Yeah.
And a big fucking Jason. And Jason X, because he was cool.
I love Jason X. Do you want some part? Or some premarital sex? We love premarital sex! Woof! Woof! Death by lesbian in a sleeping bag. Fucking giant corkscrew. Love that film.
I need to watch that again. It's terrible.
Stupid, I love
It's
it.
just the one where Jason was in space.
Jason X.
X. You know what they did as well? They did a Jason X versus Jason comic.
Did they?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to read that.
So you had Jason as his normal self versus Jason X.
I did love the it's okay, all he wanted was his machete back.
I love that film. There was a brief period of time where some people seem to get the idea of how to make a shit film.
Yeah.
And there was a few of them. Dimension kept making them, and they were great fun. But anyhow, that's it for another time. We are closing this down now, so thank you very much, Rob.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Stu.
Yeah.
And thank you very much, listeners, for listening. That's what listeners usually do.
Really?
I should hope.
I was confused.
Apart from the one guy who's been talking to us all the time, and get quite annoyed that we've been talking over him.
I was never confused.
He was... you were. Update 16. Blue, Bandcamp. Right, night everybody.
Bye.
Didn't even use a toddler or something.
In Switzerland, they call it mountaineering.
Or what the Swiss Alps look like. It's like the idea of somebody looking at the Swiss Alp. It's going, why is it called the Swiss Alps? There's only one. And it's sort of leading to one. That's clever!
That would be awesome.
There's only 17 mountains all in direct. Why?
They all have a bridge between them.
Yes!
So you only have to climb one of them.
Where else do you think they filmed that bit for G.I. Joe Retaliation with a swing in between the two cliffs?
Ha 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 ha!